Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of BrainDeadStudios. These rapid fire reviews are fun to edit, so our team is working on 3 new ones. I won't spoil which one it is, but this one here is Spree. With me, as always, my co-host James,
How's it going?
and we watched uh, a slight horror movie slasher film. It's awful. We tend to pick
Yeah, it was
shitty
terrible.
films for these things. So spoiler ahead, this movie ain't any good. Well, we chose to watch Spree. This game is show. This show James chose. It was on Netflix in his country, in Ireland. For me, it was on Hulu. It stars Joe Curry. He's you might recognize him as the kid, one of the teenager boy or whatever fuck from Stranger Things. He's also recently in Free Guy as one of the developers' main character things. If you put that there, go ahead and put me a photo of Stranger Things. Now put me a photo of Free Guy. Yeah. Just the cover, not him in the movie. I don't want to see Joe. Now show Joe. Show him with like a messy looking hair from this movie. All right, thanks, editor. We're also playing around with editors. Editor, show a photo of yourself or what you want to put as a shelf. Go. All right, good work. Good work.
All right.
Have yourself a Kit Kat bar. Put a Kit Kat bar. Show you eating a Kit Kat bar, or like I don't know, just goof around. All right. What can we say about this film other than the fact that it's like a slasher film? James.
Well, it starts off with your typical like Kurt for your
main
typical
character's name is Kurt. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Your typical like content creator looking to get those
okay. Thank you. I was like, what the fuck? I was trying to like refresh my mind because we saw this like about a week ago.
It starts off innocent enough.
Yeah,
you know?
It starts off semi-promising. I mean, it's using like the concept of like social media and gaining followers and all this shit like that. And so like at first you're like, oh, he's like filming himself every day doing stuff, and then you start to realize that he's starting to slowly, like, I guess he's getting deranged because he wants to be, seen. He wants to be super popular in the eyes of the social media. He's
frustrated that he's not getting anything.
And it just kind of reminds me of all the stupid shit that I fucking hate in like today in society. I guess I hate fucking Instagram. I hate Snapchat. I hate all this shit. I don't like it personally. In my opinion, I think it's just a fucking time waster. There'll be times where I just like absolutely just waste time looking at that shit, and I'm like, what the fuck have I accomplished? Nothing. I don't know. I don't see the point.
Social media.
But he's basically going around driving people from point to point like an Uber, but instead, I forget what they call this one. They call it
a spree, I think.
They call it a spree. Yeah.
Titular
title of the film. It's like an Uber, and he like films them, right? And he's basically he's dosed the water that like with poison or something, and he basically sees how many people he can kill and how many followers he can gain in during his kill spree, really. And that's all it is. And it's just it reminds me of all the, like I said, it's all
sort
these
of cringe.
Things. It reminds me of all the bullshit that my sister does, if I'm being honest. She's really into all that garbage.
Materialistic, superficial shit.
Also, in this film, the guy who plays his dad is actually David Arquette. He's if anyone's seen the Scream films, he plays the Dewey the cop. In I don't always say Dewey because it's like Dwight Dewey. Yeah, Dewey the cop. I was right. Okay, I was just doing a quick search. Show me Dewey the cop from Scream 1. Now show his hot wife. Courtney Cox.
Geez.
Now show them getting a divorce.
Yeah, to the point.
You're making me work.
Jesus Christ.
Editor, put in a note that's funny. Put a funny note.
Okay, anyway.
That's funny. James trying not to derail this. Anyways, I can't really remember much about it other than he like falls, like he kind of becomes an infatuation with this
He also has a friend that is
he
also
has friend. Oh, we should probably mention that first. One of his friends is also a influencer. And
he's more popular.
He's more popular than him, and then like literally he kills him like mid-stage. It's gross. If we can get a footage of that, that'd be cool. But I don't know if we're allowed to show it here on YouTube. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, he just kind of goes around doing the same stupid shit, and it just kind of falls apart. And then he like loses his shit when he loses his car. He deteriorates, and he basically follows this one black girl who's like a comic who has like all these social media followers, and her whole stick was all eyes on me and stuff. So she was no better than pandering than he is. Only difference is that she's knowingly doing it, but from a comedic standpoint, and then from him, he's doing it and killing people. Obviously, his is way worse. It's like the good versus the good of it, the bad of it kind of thing, and they kind of equal each other out.
The lesser of the two evils.
The lesser of the two evils, really, because she doesn't feel like she's herself anymore. She's sold out, and she basically like calls him out on stage, basically making fun of like the kind of person that she saw herself becoming in the form of her driver. And so he was there. She doesn't know that, unbeknownst to the character. And he loses his shit, and then he kind of like kidnaps her, and then he kills her. He tries to kill her, and that's when we find out he's killed his mom, and then his dad shows up. What the fuck? And then he gets knocked off, and then it all kind of just ends with him losing to the black girl, Sasha Zamit's character Jesse, playing Jesse Adams or something in this.
Oh, like he got his wish. He became viral for
he got his wish in the end, though. He became viral, but for the wrong reasons. He became infamous, and then the movie just kind of ends, and you're like, okay, well.
Yeah, it was kind of.
It was boring. It wasn't boring. It just was kind of stupid. It was like one of those things where the premise is like okay at best. You're already dealing with a shaky, stupid ass premise as it is, but it just doesn't go anywhere. You know.
I think what they were going for is like the whole shock and awe of it all, of like him like killing people out in the open in the car, but like
and like being that close and having so many close encounters with the cops at least twice during the rundown of this film, and it's like it's kind of showing the blatant incompetence of like cops as well. And this guy's just kind of going around killing people, and it's just like it kind of sad because he's doing this shit, and there's only like 2 or 10 people watching him at a time. He's not even in the double digits yet. It's just awful. This is a shit film. Anyways, I'm really ready to give this a rating. What about you, James?
I'm giving it. I'm ready to give it a rating.
All right, go ahead. You do yours.
I'm giving it a 4.
Giving it a 4. I'm giving it a 4 as well. 4.
Kind of shit.
Put the Fantastic Four logo on the screen. That's what, but then just write the word not fantastic, or like fantastic, and then like the word not just shows up. There you go. That's our rating. 4 out of 4. Well, 4 out of 4. 4 out of 10. God damn. All right, guys. That's another one of these episodes done. If you want to watch Spree, or you want to have a good laugh, and every time they mention the word like trending or any sort of like Kurt's, if he says Kurt's World,
you can make a drinking game out of it.
You want to make a drinking game out of it every time he says Kurt's World trending or anything to do about viewers. You can make a drinking out of this game. You'll get wrecked by the end of this. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm your host, Ethan. This has been James here with me.
James.
And thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. You know the drill. You know what to do. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.